Whole bunch of stuff going on here, and I'll try to make it as concise as possible, even though, geez, there's a bunch of stuff going on. Okay, this is a referendum that was held in the Donbas region out there in Ukraine, right? Kind of the epicenter of where everything is really just kind of manifesting here today. So this was supposed to be held Friday. Don't know exactly local time, what it means to both you and I, whoever's actually watching this, but it was held on Friday, okay? It was mostly a part of the biggest reason why Putin decided to engage on the ground in Ukraine. It was all over these regions that were kind of sick and tired of the corruption that was happening in Ukraine, wanted to join back with the people that they share the most blood and genealogy with, okay? They eventually held a referendum. The Donetsk region, the Luhansk region, Zaporozhye, and the Kherson region all overwhelmingly voted to join Russia. So what does this really mean in the grand scheme of things? Well, you take a look at some of those percentages, and obviously, what, you can criticize that election? Oh, are those not up to snuff numbers? Are we running it by 2018? Or, hey man, it's 2022 after all. I thought we figured out what elections were all about. These are supposed to be the most safe and secure elections that I've ever seen before. I thought we got out from underneath of all this stuff, right? Because you take a look at the rest of the people that are out there. Okay, Dmitry Medvedev, right? The prime minister, not Putin. Putin's the president, the prime minister of Russia. The referendums are over. The results are clear. Welcome home to Russia. And again, you can take a look at some of the videos that are taken from on the ground there. Pro-Russia Donetsk People's Republic, Donetsk region of Ukraine, officially announced that the referendum to join Russia has passed. According to the results of the processing, 100% of the ballots in the 2022 referendum in the DPR for joining to Russia voted 99.23%. So this could be just an entire publicity stunt. But again, we aren't exactly getting the full story when it comes to Russia-Ukraine to begin with. So that's one of those big hurdles that's really getting the conflict out of the way. Okay, so the Donbas region has been liberated. It will be joining Russia. Exactly what the people of the Donetsk region ultimately fucking wanted. That's what the most important thing of this conflict getting started with was over. There was 5 points to Putin's plan. I don't quite remember all of it, but mostly it was get the Nazis out of your guys's military ranks and let the Donbas region choose their own fate. And the rest of that stuff, oh yeah, and don't join NATO. And NATO and the EU have kind of closed ranks and shut their doors right now, but this right here is a huge fucking escalation, and I'm not one to ring the fucking war bell, okay? I know Tim Pool and I share the same birth date. He's 4 years older than I am, and I look a hell of a lot better than him. And I'm not the one calling for the fucking sky to fall, okay? That's happening in Florida right now, and God bless and pray for safety for the folks in Florida right now who are contending with a Category 4 hurricane. I've seen some videos that are out there, and 6 feet of water going down the street is no fucking joke right now. Hope everybody stays safe. I know a couple of people that are down there in Florida, and hopefully everything fucking works out, okay? Ron DeSantis is on the case. I seen him tweet out that he's got a whole bunch of shit just waiting at the ready. Hopefully it'll pass soon, okay? Because that's the last fucking thing we need, is just something terrible to happen to Florida and the residents that are there. But we have something even more extreme potentially going on right now because there's a big energy pipeline. Okay, Nord Stream 1 and Nord Stream 2. Nord Stream 2 is going to be built, right? It was supposed to be an exchange of Russian, I think this one was just a natural gas pipeline to feed most of the European Union. And then all of a sudden, oh boy, one of the dumbest tweets that you've ever seen. So there was an attack, right, on the Nord Stream 2 pipeline. Oh, but it was leaking into the sea, so something needed to be happen. That's not an actual attack. Well, according to Radek Sidorsky, chairman EU-USA delegation, thank you to the US, yeah. And then as Dmitry Polyansky, sure, first deputy permanent representative of Russia to the United Nations, Russia requested an urgent UN Security Council meeting on the acts of sabotage against Nord Stream 1 and 2. Let's see who will thank whom for this meeting. That's not good. That's like really, really, really not fucking good. And especially when this asshole, thank you USA for an obvious fucking attack. I don't know what to say here, kids. U.S. denies preposterous claim they sabotaged Nord Stream 2. Do we have to go back? Do we have to go back to the tapes? Yeah, they're right there. As Trump shares video of Biden promising to bring an end to the pipeline and asks World War III anyone. Yeah, this is about as close as we've ever been, because that's a direct attack. If it turns out that the United States did any fuck shit when it comes to Russian business, commerce, Russian property, that's an act of war. There's no two ways about it. You can't cut it anywhere different than that. And that's where we're fucking at this point. Christ on fucking ice. United States government is denying preposterous allegations that it was behind the gas leak in the Baltic Sea on Wednesday. When it comes, Donald Trump suggested that World War III could be near while sharing a video of President Joe Biden threatening to stop Russia's Nord Stream 2 gas pipeline. Oh, don't worry. We got a video of Biden to be playing after this, which just is, hey man, if World War III manages to break out, hopefully fucking not, by the way, not rooting for this at all whatsoever, but I've seen the handshakes between Putin, Xi, and Modi right now, and that's that triangle of overwhelming power that I've been saying we should probably pay attention to that, because Russia and China on their own can't really flourish as the next emerging world power. But you get all of those three together, especially the resources of Russia, the cunning and conniving nature of the CCP, and then the people and the sheer will and determination to succeed of all the people of fucking India. You've got 3 billion people at the ready. You can't overwhelm that system right here. And that group of people, they're all tight together thanks to some meandering old fuck and some stupid cunt in Brussels wanting to fucking start World War III. Oy, this could have all just been stopped if you didn't want to fight a fucking proxy war with a bunch of fucking pierogi suckers. Christ all fucking mighty. Mysterious and alarming leaks were found in both Nord Stream pipelines this week, prompting the European Union to call it a result of a deliberate attack. Multiple accusations have been lobbed at the Kremlin amid ever-growing hostilities over the illegal invasion of Ukraine. Why not fucking do anything about it, UN? Especially if somebody can just call on the fucking Russian side, an urgent UN Security Council meeting. He's a representative, okay? If it's so illegal, why isn't the UN stepping in and doing anything? All right, it's a feckless fucking organization of globalist cunts. Meanwhile, Moscow was pointing the finger at the United States, declaring Washington is obliged to explain its alleged role in the sabotage. Yeah, exactly. You have this asshole right here just putting it out on Front Street. Thank you, United States of America. By the way, there's no shortage of pipeline capacity taking gas from the Russian to Western Europe, including Germany. Nord Stream is the only logic for Putin is able to blackmail or wage war in the Eastern European with impunity. All Ukrainian Baltic Sea states have opposed Nord Stream's construction for 20 years. No, not really. If you guys want to keep the fucking lights on during this winter, you're going to need that goddamn gas right now. You guys thought that, oh, we're just going to have a stiff upper lip and we're going to show Russians. Meanwhile, their economy soars, and you take a look at gas prices and energy prices in the fucking continental European states, you wonder why, Italy's going fascistic. Even though that there's a big, strong connection between the incoming prime minister, that female who just won, and Zelensky himself. So, don't worry. She's going to be a fascist for the means of the media publications, but when it actually comes down to brass tacks, do you actually think that fucking bitch is going to be doing anything against it? I don't fucking think so. Well, let's just go back to this. The United States denied accusations, according to the Washington Post. Yeah, I can't actually get the White House for comment. Of course, reached out to the White House for comment, but we'll just get it from the Washington Post. Bezos opinion rag. Great, wonderful, fantastic. You know who's actually pulling the strings in the White House. Trump also appeared to back Russia's theory on Wednesday when he posted it on the Truth Social app, a video of Biden from early February pledging to bring an end to Nord Stream 2 if Vladimir Putin forces invaded Ukraine. Ta-da! Unlike Biden, other people actually have short, long, all-the-term memory. Wow, what a statement. World War III, anyone? Trump wrote alongside the video. And you know what? Hey, because Trump is, he's still the president to some people. I wouldn't say I disagree at this point. Trump calls for peace, offers to broker a deal between the United States, Russia, and Ukraine to end war. Yeah, because that right there, that looks like an act of war. Okay, and cooler heads are gonna need to prevail, or at least somebody to come over there and have, I don't know, something between their ears. See, this just goes to show that Trump has always been Putin's puppet. No, nobody's stepping up to do this. All people on the left want to do, just fucking throw tomatoes. All they want to do is just lob insults at Putin. Oh my god, he's dying of cancer. Have you seen his handshake in some of those videos? Oh my god, I actually seen, he's starting to train all the animals out there. Have you seen him riding a bear in some of these pictures? It's like these motherfuckers don't actually get what the fuck is going on. Trump is a Putin puppet. Great, we've been hearing that for 5 fucking years. Then let the puppet go over there and fucking solve this shit before we end up getting a fucking nuclear winter and perpetuity. Following reports on Tuesday that Nord Stream pipelines traveling across the Baltic Sea were leaking, European officials pointed to sabotage as a likely reason. Former President Donald Trump called for a negotiation deal to get done and for the American leaders to remain calm. U.S. leadership should remain cool, calm, and dry on the sabotage in the Nord Stream pipelines, Trump wrote on a social media platform. This is a big event and should not entail a big solution, at least not yet. The Russia-Ukraine catastrophe should never have happened and would definitely not have happened if I were president. Yeah, no, fair enough, because he wouldn't have made stupid claims, okay? He wouldn't have telegraphed his fucking moves like saying, oh, get rid of the pipeline, and then a couple months later, just before an election, what spells trying to hold fast to what's currently going on more than catastrophe at a global level, because that's what the Democrats will need for a fucking hand right now. Do not make matters worse with the pipeline blow up. Be strategic, be smart, brilliant, get a negotiation deal done now, he added. Both sides need and want it. Well, actually, Ukraine does. Because, again, they're just kind of running the Russian side dry by just, getting this constant influx of cash, mostly from the American taxpayer. Okay? Europe has to buy the fucking natural gas in order to keep the lights and the heaters on to avoid any further hostile protests that continue to take to the streets. Yeah, don't worry about that shit or anything like that. What the fuck is actually going on? I'm not easily rattled, but this is, oh my god, it's so fucking wild, okay? This conflict should be over. Ukraine should just go the fuck home, okay? Oh, whatever. Everybody is talking about the big hurricane barreling into Florida, as they should be. Hey, man, Trump once again, right on hand. But perhaps far more important event in the long term was the announcement that Nord Stream 1 and 2 pipelines out of Russia, which I brought to the world's attention as president when I explained how crippling the reliance would be on Germany and other parts of Europe. Yep, no, exactly, because, again, the energy independence is, well, what Trump was very successful in bringing to United States shores, but also the outright dependence on Russian energy for all of Europe facilitated and required those gigantic fucking pipelines to be built and maintained. Everybody laughed at the time, but they aren't laughing anymore. Has been sabotaged. This could be a major escalation or war. On Tuesday, authorities in Sweden and Denmark reported that 3 leaks have appeared in Nord Stream pipelines, which run under the Baltic Sea from Russia to Germany. 2 of the leaks were found in Nord Stream 1, while the other one was found in Nord Stream 2. Since these leaks were reported, leaders in European countries have suggested that the leaks were not accidental, but rather the likely result of a sabotage. Danish Prime Minister Mette Frederiksen noted that while it is too early to conclude whether the incidents were acts of sabotage, there were 3 leaks, and therefore it's difficult to imagine that it could be accidental. 3 different leaks under the sea. What the fuck do you think is going to be happening? Unless there was reports of some fucking earthquakes that managed to go underneath everybody's fucking radar, it's very likely that something was fucking going on. Just saying. But you hear a lot of stuff from Trump, okay? We need to go ahead. Cooler heads need to prevail, which is, of course, nobody's going to be talking about that because, Trump's offering peace. Oh, he wouldn't do anything like that. Oh, again, what was he doing about this time a couple of years ago in the Middle East? Oh, yeah, we don't need to talk about that at all, right? Bringing peace in the Middle East. What's old Uncle Joe up to? Forgetting somebody fucking died. Like, this bitch is dead. She died a month ago. They played. I learned a little bit more about this entire situation. They played a commemorative video just before he took the stage. So this motherfucker knew exactly what the hell he was talking about. He had full grasp of the entire situation. This was shocking. This was very shocking. I'll let it play, but just hold on to your assholes.
Representative Jackie, are you here? Where's Jackie? I don't think she was going to be here to help make this a reality.
Oh my god, he's calling for Jackie. She was Jackie Representative, Jackie Walorski. She was killed in a car accident. It was very well publicized, as it should have been, because it was a completely accidental event. But she's a Republican, or at least was a Republican Congress lady from Idaho, Iowa. And yeah, like Greg Price points out, and Greg Price is senior digital strategist. He's just the dude, okay? He's one of He's one of the guys. Apparently, a video tribute to the late Congresswoman Walorski was played at the event right before Joe Biden spoke. A tribute video honoring the late Jackie Walorski, Indiana, that's where she was. Her and a couple of her different aides were just, smushed by a fucking 18-wheeler. It's really tragic, okay? Don't want to downplay it or anything. We'll play during the White House conference on hunger, nutrition, health today. She was a major advocate for the effort and among a handful of Republicans who stuck behind it, even though politics grew tough. Yeah, that's nice. It played. And then he went on to ask where she's at.
Jackie, are you here? Where's Jackie?
I don't know. I don't know what the fuck is actually going on now. Neither does Joe, but apparently, man, asking for somebody who very famously died in a fiery fucking crash a month ago, forgetting where she's at. Okay, it's all cute and well and fine enough, okay, when Joe Biden goes over and says, "Oh, stand up. Oh, God bless you. You're in a wheelchair." That was okay. I can excuse that. But just recently seeing a fucking video play of somebody who died and then asking where she's at. You're not at the fucking funeral home. You're not at a fucking wake. You're up there. You're the president of the United States of America. And you can't even keep track of who's fucking alive. And we're on the brink of war. We're on right now. There's a catastrophe, a legitimate catastrophe going on in Florida. You haven't made the fucking phone call. Talked about it yesterday. You haven't called Ron DeSantis, but Ron DeSantis doesn't need your help. You know who needs your help though, or you know whose help you need? A fucking therapist and somebody who can specialize in fucking dementia, because it's so obvious at this point. No more hiding it, my guy. You are lost. And the White House, who's this fooling at this point? Who's this fooling? White House responds after Biden asks where deceased Congresswoman is. I don't know, man. She's gone. The White House on September 28th claimed that President Joe Biden was not acting unusual. Oh yeah, no, don't pay attention to your eyes. He wasn't looking unusual at all whatsoever. No, he wasn't looking like he was just lost. And Jackie, where you at, Jackie? Where'd you go? She was supposed to be sitting right over there, right next to my first wife. Like, for fuck's sakes. Biden, a Democrat, was thanking members of Congress who supported legislation aimed at tackling hunger issues when he looked around for the late Representative Jackie Walorski. Jackie here? Where's Jackie? Where'd she go? She go to the bathroom? She go to the parking lot? Walorski died in a car crash earlier this year. After the sudden death, Biden issued his condolences. Well, whoever was running his social media account. White House press secretary, black gay lady, claimed later Wednesday that Biden was looking for Walorski because the deceased member of Congress was top of mind. Yeah, no, of course. It was right at the top of the fucking handout that he would have got, right? His little cue cards that are there. Oh, Jackie Walorski really spearheaded this campaign. She's the only other Republican that's in the room. Oh, actually, we forgot to update this, so you can go out there, Joe, and pretend to not shit your pants. That's what he was thinking of, Jean-Pierre said. Multiple reports pressed Jean-Pierre, noting that he looked around for her and seemed to think she was still alive. Was that before or after? He also got to the edge of stage and went, "Where am I supposed to go? Where are the stairs? Jill, help me." The President of the United States, folks. The confusing part is why. Does the president think she's still living in a room? One reporter wondered. Her being top of mind, I don't think that's unusual. I think that many of us have gone through that particular time when somebody is top of mind and you call them out to mention them, especially in this type of context. No, not when somebody was fucking dead. A month dead. Somebody that you apparently sended condolences out to their grieving family. You should know this stuff. You should absolutely know this stuff. A month later, okay, on Remembrance Day, I'll just go ahead and throw this back, okay? I wasn't looking for the family dog, okay, even though she was put down a couple of weeks prior to that, okay? I wasn't wandering around going, hey, where are you, Pooch? Hey. I wasn't just fucking fumbling around picking up the last pieces of shit in the fucking front yard, just going, hey, where's the dog? I see poop on the floor. It's just top of mind. The dog is here. This is absolute fucking nonsense, okay? We are on the brink of something catastrophic, okay? This was self-contained in Eastern Europe for a long old fucking time. But desperate times call for desperate measures, and what do we have? Just some fucking dumb old bastard just meandering about the fucking stage, not knowing what the hell is going on. The guy who's offering a peace deal, no, I can't be doing that because that's Putin's puppet, and then they'll just trudge up all the old Russiagate shit, and we're fucked. So without getting too dire, morose, Godspeed to anybody, let's just check in with what's going on in California, or not California, Florida right now. Yeah, so right through Fort Myers, Melbourne, man, they're taking oofta. That's going down right now, so I don't want to play too much of that. I'll end up getting hit, knowing me, for fuck's sakes. But Godspeed to everybody down there in Florida. Hopefully, you know, the fucking damage is mitigated. And it's like, Floridians are pretty fucking resilient. You guys are used to this shit. So hopefully everything works out fine, or at least the best that you hope it can. So with all that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. And just a little bit of a note to everybody out here on YouTube. 3 more videos here in the evening that'll be running through all the way through the weekend. I had to do a little bit of negotiating and some managing here at the end of the day. But for everybody else out there, especially you guys out there on Rumble, and then again, Rumble headquarters is right there in Sarasota, Florida, so hopefully that also stays very safe, and we can catch up with you guys again tomorrow. So I've been Don Consuelo. Follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone. Stay safe.